The Great Pyramid Enigma, between human genius and the unknown. On the Giza Plateau, 3 monumental pyramids have stood for more than 4,500 years, defying time, weather, and even our complete understanding. They rise like a riddle carved in stone, asking a question that has haunted scholars, explorers, and dreamers for centuries. Did the pharaohs we know truly build them? And if they did, how? The traditional archaeological narrative says yes. The pyramids, especially the Great Pyramid of Khufu, were built during Egypt's Old Kingdom in the 4th dynasty. Skilled workers, not slaves, quarried limestone and granite, shaped them with copper tools, and hauled them into place on wooden sledges. The Nile's annual floods may have been used to transport massive blocks closer to the site. The discovery of workers' tombs, the Wadi al-Jarf papyri documenting stone transport, and hieroglyphs naming the kings themselves are all considered smoking guns of the pharaoh's authorship. Yet once we look closely, the questions grow louder. How could humans who had only recently emerged from the Neolithic Age, the Stone Age, suddenly leap to such precision engineering? How did they move 70-ton granite beams from quarries in Aswan, 800 kilometers away, without wheels, cranes, or iron tools? Yes, the Great Pyramid was built before the invention of the wheel in Egypt. Think about that for a moment. The precision is mind-bending. Angles aligned within a fraction of a degree, a base level across 230 meters with less than 2 centimeters of deviation. Even today, with laser levels and cranes, such accuracy is not trivial. Are the explanations offered by modern Egyptology enough? Or do they merely outline a theoretical possibility without truly bridging the gap between what is plausible and what actually happened? This gap has given rise to multiple competing theories, some rooted in science, others in legend. 1. The human genius hypothesis. According to mainstream archaeology, the pyramids were the natural peak of Egyptian architectural evolution. From the simple mastaba tomb to the step pyramid at Saqqara, techniques improved over centuries. The state's centralized power, the Nile's agricultural bounty, and a highly organized workforce made the impossible possible. Experimental archaeology has shown that, in theory, teams using ancient-style tools and sledges could move and place large stones. But scaling that up to millions of blocks, perfectly aligned, remains an extraordinary logistical feat. 2. The lost civilization theory. Some independent researchers suggest the pharaohs inherited either the structures themselves or the technology to build them from an earlier, advanced civilization, now lost to history. This could explain the sudden technological leap. However, no archaeological layers beneath the pyramids show evidence of such a prior culture, and radiocarbon dating ties the structures firmly to the Old Kingdom. Without material proof, this idea remains speculation, fascinating but unverified. The giants' legend. In various mythologies, from the Bible's Nephilim to ancient Sumerian tales, giants appear as builders of great works. Applied to the pyramids, the argument is simple. Enormous stones require enormous builders. The problem? No skeletal remains of such giants have ever been found in Egypt, and mummies show genetic continuity with today's Egyptians. 4. The jinn hypothesis. In Middle Eastern and Islamic tradition, jinn are supernatural beings capable of great feats, including constructing palaces in the service of prophets. Some believe the pharaohs may have commanded such beings. While intriguing, this explanation sits firmly in the realm of faith and metaphysics, beyond the reach of archaeological verification. An intriguing comparison: Cleopatra's timeline. Here's a fact that bends the mind. Cleopatra VII, Egypt's most famous queen, lived closer in time to the era of artificial intelligence today than to the construction of the Great Pyramid. More than 2,000 years separated her reign from Khufu's, but only about 2,050 years separate her from us. This means that even in Cleopatra's day, the pyramids were already ancient relics, as old to her as the ruins of ancient Rome are to us. Why no empire like Rome or Persia? Another curious point: the Egyptians, despite their engineering marvels, never forged an overseas empire on the scale of the Romans or Persians. Their focus was inward, on stability along the Nile, rather than expansion. Could this be why their architectural efforts were concentrated into monuments like the pyramids, a statement of eternal presence rather than territorial conquest? Unsolved engineering puzzles. The copper tools found in excavations seem too soft to efficiently cut granite. Theories range from the use of abrasive sand in sawing to possible methods of softening stone chemically, as proposed by some chemists, to intricate systems of levers and ramps, but none have been definitively proven to match the required scale and speed. Moving 2 million blocks over 20 years means placing one every few minutes, day and night, for 2 decades without pause. Could it have been both? Perhaps the truth lies between extremes. A brilliant human civilization, working at the peak of its capabilities, but also inheriting certain techniques or astronomical knowledge from earlier cultures. We know the pyramid's alignment matches cardinal directions with uncanny precision. Was this purely observational skill, or did they have tools now lost to time? The question that remains: were the pharaohs of the Old Kingdom truly the masterminds and builders of the pyramids, or were they curators of an older legacy, adding their names to works whose origins stretch beyond the reach of written history? Are the orthodox explanations enough, or are we missing a crucial piece of the puzzle? Could it be that these monuments are the intersection where human genius meets a knowledge we no longer possess? The pyramids stand, silent but eloquent, their stones holding answers we may never fully decode. Until then, they will continue to inspire awe, provoke debate, and remind us that the line between the known and the unknown is often carved in stone.